From the Observer, Greg Gagne was introduced to the guys backstage at the Center Stage tapings on 12/7. He's expected to become a new member of the creative team. Jim, talk to me about the decision to bring Greg in. Is this a Watts idea, and do you think Greg contributed anything to the product?
Well, I think it was a favor to Greg's dad, Vern,
Okay.
who did plenty of good things for Cowboys' career back in the early days. He had plenty of product knowledge. Never would say he didn't. I don't know what specifically he contributed, a idea for a program. There probably were some there.
Right.
I got no issues with Greg Gagne whatsoever. But we thought that he would help. A guy with product knowledge, a guy that had plenty of in-ring time, who grew up in a wrestling family. All the boxes were checked. You would think it would be a good deal. So, but I don't know how good a deal it was. I don't think it was a major failure, but I think that it could have been a lot better.
Paul Orndorff would return and team with Rick Rude at TV and then beat Brad Armstrong. What does someone like Orndorff add to your locker room?
Well, he was a tough guy, reliable. Cowboy loved him. He loved his toughness. You know, Paul really broke loose and he got his career jump started in Mid-South. And, coming in he was a favor to Eddie Graham to bring in Paul Orndorff to Mid-South and get a shot at working on top. And he did. He did a good job, too. Working babyface or heel. Orndorff was just good. His intensity was unmatched. And he was high strung. He was a little like Scott Steiner. He was very high strung. So, but yeah, I think that was a great addition for Mid-South. I don't know how much gas Paul had left in the tank by the time he got to WCW.
Right.
But he had a lot of name identity, and that helps for a brand that didn't have anybody hot to speak of. So I was glad that Bill hired. I always liked Paul. He left us too soon. Good guy. Former running back at Tampa, a college running back. So, and Cowboy and I always drifted toward the athletes from football. It's funny how that works out, but you just find they're generally more mentally tough, physically tough. They fit well into a locker room as a rule. So guys coming from mainstream sports generally are good contributors in the locker room.